All right. Good morning, everyone. What is up? Um, I'm still getting set up right now, so just give me a second. But yeah, I'm excited for today. Here we go. Tuesday, August 19th, 2025. So yeah, just give me a second. I'm still getting set up, and then we'll get locked and loaded, ready to go. Or I don't know if that was the right word, but you get what I mean. All right, here we go. Time to lock in, look at some charts, figure out what we got going on this morning. And guys, hopefully, we can maybe, if there's opportunity, take what's the word? If there's opportunity to be able to take advantage of that. So let's go ahead and jump into the charts here. See what we got going on. Once again, this first hour is always pre-market analysis. You know, unless there's something beautiful, but for the most part, we're just going to be doing pre-market analysis. Just watching price, or just watching the charts. Is this normally how small it is? I swear that's smaller than normal. Maybe it's because I'm Maybe it's because I'm further back. I actually don't know. Why is it so much smaller than normal? Nope, maybe it actually is normally that small. I don't know. Come on, can TradingView open? And then I gotta open up Tradevate. Once again, still getting everything set up, but we're getting moving here. We're getting moving. So, today is a No News Tuesday. So once again, like yesterday, expect choppy up and down movements, right? We're not expecting expansion. Where's our, where can I switch it to the other screen? Here. Wait, nope. Okay, how do I switch to the other screen? What's wrong with me? Why is it always so hard? See, that's not it. That's not it. It's so confusing. Okay. So, let's go ahead and pull up. What were we pulling up again? I'm so spacing out right now. Oh yeah, Tradevate. Okay, I'm gonna show this screen for a second. Pulling up Tradevate, and this time I'll actually get the amount of contracts that I'm supposed to buy on my Top Step accounts, unlike last time. And then, yeah, here we go. So I'm logging into Tradevate right now. So if you guys are wondering what's going on, it's just because I'm logging into Tradevate. All right. Okay, there we go. I'm in my Apex accounts now. Let's open up the Discord. and let's start making some notes here. Once again, 5 minutes into our pre-market journaling session. Let's go ahead and zoom out on the higher time frame, see what we got going on. So, on the daily chart, one thing I noticed from last night is, actually I want to open a different tab on the other screen like I usually do. One thing I noticed is we did get this daily CRT candle closing back up within this candle. So now that doesn't mean that we can't sweep out the low again, but I do think that maybe either after we sweep out this low again or after we sweep out the majority of this, we could keep throughout the rest of the week. Maybe we continue up, right? Just a thought. Because we've been generating liquidity for quite some time to the upside, and I'll show you what I mean in a second. Okay, so alright, once again, I'm going to put Discord on my other screen. So here's Discord. And oh, did someone say something? I'm sorry, I'm just reading this. Lucky sent this. All love, Jake. Okay. So, alright, let's just start making observations, putting it in the journal here. Alright. So, alright. Tuesday, August 19th. Oh, we forgot to put in news today, no news Tuesday. Let's go ahead and do that. Unless there is news today, which would be crazy. Oh, President Trump speaks. But I don't think that's actually going to mean a ton. Okay, I feel like my desk is way too cluttered. Alright, hang on. Alright. So, let's go ahead and screenshot this, put it in the news for today. August 19th, 2025, Tuesday. Alright, there we go. So, that news is officially put in there. Once again, I don't know why, but it feels like this screen is tinier than it normally is. But that looks way too big. Like, I don't know. It's probably the exact size it normally is. So I think I'm just scooted further back away from the screen, which is probably why. Anyway, let's go ahead. I'm going to turn this off real quick. Once again, this first hour is kind of chaos because I'm just getting set up. But here we go. So, like I was saying, right, this could end up being daily CRT. Let's switch back to the other screen. And then open up Discord on the screen. So we did get this daily CRT close, but that doesn't mean that we can't sweep out the low again. I've seen it happen where you'll get a CRT and you still end up sweeping out the low, but what it does mean is maybe for the rest of the week, bias could be bullish. And I think we'll see if it's a 12-hour one, because if it's cleaner on the 12-hour, maybe we'll use that. I like the 6-hour and the 12-hour. But anyway, let's screenshot this. So, daily CRT forming to the upside. I could still see us sweeping the lows again, but it is interesting to see doesn't mean how do I even word this? Doesn't mean I'm bullish right away. We could still sweep the lows, but I could see later this week reversing to the upside because of this. Alright. So, back to the screen. So, you can mark this out as a 12-hour CRT as well, and a 4-hour CRT. I like the 12-hour one, so let's go and drag this down, right? Our CRT. Let's switch back to the screen. Actually, why don't we just move this over so I don't have to switch screens every time? I'll keep Tradevate over here. Okay. And then I'll keep this screen over here. Okay, I got it figured out. Nice one from Bristol, UK. Nice. How's it going? Alright. Hey, morning, Hyper. We're getting still set up here, but yeah, I'm basically set up. I'm just marking out higher time frame down to lower time frame right now. Noting that we did get this daily CRT to the upside. That doesn't mean I'm necessarily bullish or right away, because we have not clearly broken to the upside yet. We could still end up sweeping the lows, but I'm noting this for maybe later in the week. We could expand to the upside because of this, right? We also went into discount of this, of this displacement leg. So just some thoughts. Don't know if that necessarily is going to mean anything, but just once again, I like to just get everything together, record my thoughts. need to delete this. So 12-hour CRT. And then it's in discount, right? Just gathering as many notes as I can. So let's keep going. So once again, we're within that daily order block. I already marked that out yesterday, the 4-hour breaker. So on the lower time frame, right, I kind of still think we could go sweep the lows again. I don't know, but looks like we're having high resistance liquidity. Does that make sense? So hey, what up, random guy? So I'm going to put in my notes here, even with that CRT, that doesn't mean we are going to go up right away. We are still in high resistance liquidity conditions. And until we get a convincing market structure shift, we could still end up sweeping more lows. So just a thought, right? Because clearly, every single time we push up to this, we're getting rejected. So just a thought, right? We're still in high resistance liquidity conditions. To me, that means we could end up seeing us purge the lows again. And yeah, if I was to frame a lower time frame model here, which, well, I will in a second. But first, I wanted to mark out this breaker. Hey, good morning, Snowman. Once again, we're just gathering information right now. This first hour is just piecing together what we got going on. One thing I was realizing that I messed up on with yesterday is I should have marked out this 4-hour breaker instead and then found the Reaper of this. I think that's going to be a lot more accurate. So that's why that 15-minute breaker kind of wasn't that. The 15-minute breaker and that 15-minute Reaper wasn't super clean, is because you want to use the higher time frame one. Maybe even want to use this one, actually. I'm not super sure, but we're just gonna screenshot this and try it out. So here, I'm just gonna drag out the Reaper real quick. Just for this screenshot, once again, just gathering information. So why am I marking this out? Because this is the most obvious gap between highs and lows in discount. So curious to see how that would hold if we came down to it. So would hold. Once again, it might not even hold at all. I don't know. That's why we're just taking notes, right? And then every time we take notes, we get a little better. So, screenshots, putting more screenshots. Let me know what you guys are thinking as well. Type your thoughts up in the chat or post your analysis in your journal, and I'll look at it. Yeah, right now what I'm kind of seeing is we're definitely having high resistant conditions, and you can see that because every single time we try and break through, we're getting rejected. So it's high resistant, meaning until we get a convincing market structure shift, this is probably going to stay high resistant. So once again, I'm thinking we could sweep out these lows, maybe. And if I was to frame out a sell model to go target that, let's go ahead and screenshot. Put this in here. It's important we gotta prepare for the RTH gap, see where the RTH gap is gonna form. I always want to pay attention to that because I sometimes forget to check it, and I think RTH gap is very important. So, right, we end up having this move lower. Within premium of that, we have a 1 hour for value gap. Maybe more accurately would be this 1 hour breaker. So 1 hour breaker and 1 hour for value gap together. Either way, it doesn't really matter, right? Whatever PD ray you want to use. 1 hour for value gap or 1 hour breaker in premium of this leg lower. And it looks like we came back up to the 5-minute change state delivery, right? And then you can see, so we're going to actually drop the breaker as well, just to kind of prove a point. 1 hour for value gap, 1 hour breaker. So you guys see how precise this ended up being, right? Measured out from premium to discount, we have this 1 hour breaker, 1 hour for value gap, and then we ended up getting a 5-minute change state delivery here, and you see how that was perfect entry, right? So 5-minute change state delivery. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this in 1 hour 5-minute models. As well, why is this a really good entry? Because we induced this high. So the best entries are always going to be paired with an inducement of a old high or an old low. So you can see that that is actually exactly what happened here. Inducement of that high into the 5-minute change of state. And so let's go ahead and measure standard deviations, right? You could also have used this one, right? This one would have worked out, but we do not tap that one later on. And I'm going to measure it out from body to body. So right here's second standard deviation. Looks like we just hit that. So we could go the fourth, we might not, I don't know. Like, I really don't know. Let me know what you guys are thinking as well. I do not want to get tunnel vision. And here's the liquidity sweep, right? So I really don't know if we go down to those, but I'm just framing out a model. So I'm gonna put this in 1 hour 5 minute models. You can see the 5 minute change of state got hit really nicely. August 19th. 8:57 Eastern. Okay. Once again, let me know what you guys are thinking. Right, we did get daily CRT to the upside, but once again, we're in high resistant liquidity conditions, meaning every time we try and break through this, right? It's like we're getting faced with a wall, right? High resistant liquidity conditions. A lot of time we just go back for sell side. See that? Every time we go for it, we're failing. So, let's look at session highs and lows. We got London lows below, old New York AM lows below. We still have Asia highs above, which never got hit. And yeah, that's crazy. Asia never actually got hit. We got really close to it, but we did not hit it. Let me know what you guys are thinking once again. As of right now, I still kind of feel like the market's in a bit of a seek and destroy mode. It's in a bit of consolidation mode, high resistant liquidity mode. I kind of want to look at specifically like the 1 hour chart, like the 1 hour candles, how they're forming. Looks like this was a 1 hour CRT back the downside. So my guess is we're drawing towards at least this end of the range of bodies here. See that as a draw on liquidity. S&P has equal highs. Okay. Definitely let me know what you guys are thinking. I wonder if there's anyone watching. Two. Nice. Looks like we ended up breaking structure on the 15 minute. Like, clearly we break this low. We break all these lows. Okay, I might go take a break real quick and go on a walk. Okay. Kind of want to get a sweatshirt on. So, like I've been saying, right, we're in very much high resistant liquidity conditions. Every time we try and go break those highs, we're rejected by a giant trend line. If you don't know what I'm talking about, literally just go on your chart and draw the trend line of highs. You can see every single time we go and break it, we reject that trend line, right? And so because of that, because we're in high resistant liquidity conditions, I'm basically saying there's a good chance we need to go run the lows again. You can see that. You can see what I'm talking about is this. You see how every single time we try and go break these highs, we are met with this high resistant trend line. That is, to me, saying that we need to probably go take out the lows again. And that makes sense to me because we have this 4-hour breaker right here. And, well, maybe you want to mark it out as this 4-hour breaker. Either way, right, I'm looking in this breaker, and I think that this would be a good for value gap and discount. So I'm watching that area, see if we get a reaction off of it. And if we do get a reaction off that area, right, I'm going to maybe take a flow state off of that. That's kind of my thoughts. We would need to sweep out all the lows, come down to essentially this Reaper for value gap here. Reaper for value. I can't speak. Reaper. And then I want to see then I want to see probably flow state off of this to the upside. But that, honestly, I'm more leaning bearish, to be honest. Like, I don't really want to take longs trying to soup the bottom. It's just kind of a little scary. But it's a thought. It's a thought. I don't super want to, but it's a thought. Once again, 15-minute broke structure here. So I'm kind of seeing us drawing towards those lows. 5-minute broke structure. 1-minute broke structure. Everything's just bearish down towards these lows right now. So I'm honestly, I'm just going to be watching and being an observer of the market. As of right now, I'm not seeing a ton of opportunity, but that could easily change very soon, very quickly. So let me know what you guys are thinking. Right, I'm prepared and ready to trade as needed. I should open my demo account in case I want to take a trade on demo that's not on my real account, because I think that's important to be able to take a trade if I don't want to, or take a trade on my demo account if I don't want to take a real trade. Once again, 15-minute breaker structure. Now or 5-minute breaker structure. We're traced into this 5-minute gap. It's kind of crazy that we reacted off of it so quickly, but we do end up. We basically IOFED this 5-minute fair value gap, which means you barely tap a fair value gap. And yeah, now we're continuing possibly lower. What led to the 5-minute, 30-second? You can see here was the 30-second change to delivery. We go back test OTE of that, probably. Yep. You see that? So we went from OTE to that first standard deviation. See how the market respects the sniper model perfectly, all the time, constantly. Right, so 5-minute gap, 30-second change of state. Oh, this one's better. And now you can see we respect it a little better. But the market's constantly respecting the sniper model. Okay, I got demo model, or demo model. I got my demo account open. Once again, we are simply just watching and being an observer of price. Right now, market's in high resistant liquidity conditions, meaning every single time we try and break these highs here, we're getting rejected. We are not breaking through, which tells me that until we get an obvious sweep and then market structure shift on the higher time frame, we're probably going to keep continuing to go take out these these lows, right? So it's probably the draw on liquidity. What would that be? Would that be previous day's low? Yeah, previous day's low. So we're probably drawing a previous day's low. That's my guess. Now, once again, I'm still just being an observer of the market, and nothing's screaming out at me, so I'm not doing anything. And once again, as well, what I said earlier is this is a higher time frame sell model right here off of this 1 hour gap. It's 1 hour gap here. We have 5-minute change in state right here. You can see how perfectly we tap that. So 1 hour gap, 5-minute change in state delivery. So I can see it's drawing down to continue to the previous day's low. So what do you guys think? Let me know what you guys are thinking. Seems like right now market's bearish. But let me know what you guys think. But yeah, we're just being observers of the market right now. Not super sure of anything really. We're just, I mean, like once again, we're just waiting for opportunity to present itself. So if we're within this higher time frame sell model, which that's a pretty decent. If I had to pick something that I think is going on right now, I would probably pick that it's a 1 hour for value gap, 5-minute change in state. Easily, it's important to realize how far in discount we are now within this range, and if we end up getting SMT, we should be really careful that we could get a buy model back up. So we got to be very observant. Where are the SMTs in the market? Did S&P take out previous day's low? If so, right, just being observant. Let's actually look at SMTs real quick. We do have bullish SMT with S&P, but it's one of those things where when we have bullish SMT, but we haven't really got a market structure shift and we're in high resistant conditions, I don't buy it. So this is kind of what I'm seeing right now. Previous day low, possibly where we're drawing to. 1 hour premium for value gap. We could look at other things like stat map, right? Session stat map. We actually barely went to the session manipulation level. 4 hour, yeah, we don't really quite go to it. How's the daily one looking? Interesting. Daily one seems like we are not getting quite these big of days, right? Clearly, right now we are not getting moves towards these expansive distribution areas. What the hell is this indicator? This is stat map. You've never seen this? Well, it tells you the statistical manipulation and distribution. I've talked about this a lot in my videos, but it basically tells you statistically where you're expected to, on any given candle, whether your alien indicator, this thing, this is Alien indicator? Hmm. I don't know what you mean, but okay. Anyway. You don't think you've ever seen this in my videos? Really? I talk about it all the time. It's basically, it tells you of any given candle, it tells you statistically where we should manipulate and where we should distribute. We're in last week's NWOG. Ooh, thanks, Hyper. I appreciate it. Thanks. Actually, see, guys, I really appreciate just like anything you guys tell me. Just tell me as much as you can because genuinely it just helps me. So I really do appreciate it. And it probably helps everyone else that's in the chat. So last week's NWOG. I have a video that explains StatMap. Go watch my short form video that explains StatMap. Last week's NWOG. Yeah, we rejected last week's or this. Yeah, we rejected this NWOG. Yeah, watch my short form on explaining StatMap. Because I don't know, I've explained it a lot. It's basically just on any given candle, statistically where does it manipulate and where does it distribute, both on a bullish day and on a bearish day. And it does all time frames and sessions. So, yeah, once again, high resistant liquidity conditions. Hyper saying we're in last week's NWOG. I mean, we reject that here. We also had this new day opening gap from today that served as confluence for this rejection. Right? You see that? You see how this overlapped with this? Is like a, power up for this, right? And dog. So let's go put this in my journal. Yeah, so once again, my guess is we're within this higher time frame model, but that doesn't mean that I'm stuck to that, right? I'm waiting kind of just to see, okay, which way are we manipulating? I'm waiting to see something obvious. We got market open in 10 minutes, so just kind of just being patient here, seeing what we get. Like I said, we do have that bullish SMT, but I don't trust it that much because we're in high resistant liquidity conditions, and we're rejecting premium PD rays, getting 5-minute change of state delivery off of it. If I do StatMap of let's do 2-hour StatMap, or maybe a 4-hour StatMap. Okay, let's do 2-hour, because clearly that's not lining up that well. Let's see. So I'm looking to see, okay, did we go to this? So you can see here, right? We went to the 2-hour statistical manipulation level here, and then the 2-hour statistical distribution level there. So, Oh, we should look at. Oh, we forgot to look at old first presented for. Let's drag those over. Let's drag those over. Let's drag those guys over because this is a good time of whatever. This is a good when you're consolidating like this. The old first presented for value gaps are gonna be everywhere, right? You're gonna run into them everywhere. So I want to drag these out on my chart. So let's drag out yesterday's. Oh my gosh, this was definitely a confluence, huh? Yeah, look at that. Oh my gosh. Look at that. You see how old first presented for value gap was a confluence for this? You see that? I mean, that's just clean as you get. Uh, man, I need to get Top Step out in case we do end up getting something. I want to be able to execute it across all my Top Steps and all my real accounts. And I need to remember to multiply it by 9 for my Apex accounts and by 4 on my Top Step accounts, because since on Apex I have 9 accounts, I need to multiply it by 9, number of cons by 9, and on Top Step, since I don't have to multiply it by the number of accounts, but I'm doing times 4 because it's eval. Why is my pen not working? Guys, mornings are like the most annoying time the market could, be the best that it is, because it's like not the mornings. It's the most annoying time for the stock market to be like. That's when it opens because everyone's tired. I don't know. I feel like that's annoying, but. No, it's probably just me. I feel like you can wake up, get locked in. Apex 9 times number of cons, Top Step, and Top Step will be 4 times number of cons. So let me finish writing this down. Yeah. Guys, we are literally just kind of just bored out of our minds. Okay, I'm liking this move higher because now we might end up getting something. Yeah. I'm gonna make a template for each of these. Call me stupid, but I'm gonna do it because it'd be kind of cool to have them all be different colors. Like Monday be red, Tuesday would be blue or green or something. Or yeah, let's do Friday now. Yeah, I feel like that's not going to be that relevant, but we'll just mark it out anyway. Yeah, what else do we got? I think we got a new week opening gap here. That's something we should mark out maybe, but I don't know. I'm just probably just gonna remember that it's there. I already got too much marked out on my chart. Let's look at our time levels. Midnight, 7:30, 8:30. So if we were to manipulate above 8:30, we need to come all the way back above the change in state delivery. One possibility, guys, remember we already have this sell model, so what's our favorite thing to do, right? What's our favorite thing to do? It's, or at least my favorite thing to do, right? It's find OTE of this leg and use it for turtle soup. So, right, let's say we come back up, hit OTE. This would be kind of a fun turtle soup, but you could also just wait to get a reaction off of it. So let's draw out this idea and put it in my journal, right? Like, we could end up souping this into OTE, and then maybe we go lower off of this. Just a thought, right? Is anyone here? Let me know. Let me know what you guys are thinking. I'm still bearish, and so I kind of want to see us induce these highs. I think people will go long, inversing this for value gap. Right? A lot of people will probably go long, but we got low resistance lows here, and we got low resistance lows and a sell model. So, hey, what up, Kirk? So, a lot of people might go long on this inversion, but once again, right? I'm seeing this right now as a sell model with 5-minute change in state, and maybe we go tap OTE. Now, once again, right? I'm probably not gonna try and induce this. If I induce this, it's gonna be on demo, right? If I take this as a turtle soup, I would try this on demo, not real, because once again, I'm still trying to get better with this. But what would I look for like a real trade is maybe we have like a 5-minute gap up here, right? Maybe we get a 5-minute. Maybe we react off of this 5-minute gap. Maybe we get S&T, and then 30-second change of state. That's probably what I would look for in a trade. Is probably after market open, because I want to see that Judas swing, and then maybe we get S&T with OTE here, and then inducement of that high, and then can take this down to the LRLR. So just a thought. Once again, it's also possible that we just go run that LRLR right now, but I'm not going to be getting in unless we come all the way up here personally. So Once again, let me know what you guys are thinking. Looks like we are going to go run that low resistance liquidity right now. So, as I was saying, was bearish. There we go. Previous day's low was taken. So, if we did come up higher, this would have been a probably decent trade, but, we didn't, and that's totally fine. So, okay, I was going to save this, but now I'm probably not going to even save it. I'm just going to delete it. Because now that we've taken previous day's low, it kind of is like, okay, well, that was the whole draw on liquidity, so now let's get rid of all this actually. Now I want to look back at that breaker, right? Where did we have that Reaper for value gap? Wow. Oh man. High resistant liquidity is, man, that's really nice high resistant liquidity. Wow. Oh my gosh. Did market open? Yep, that explains it. That explains it. We have a old new day opening gap here. Or is this a new day opening gap? Is this a new month opening gap? This is my indicator, by the way. I made this. It tells you where new month opening gaps are. Okay. New month opening gaps all the way down there. It also tells you where new year opening gaps are. Okay. So, this CRT failed. Looks like market swept out this, and we're still continuing down to here. So, most likely, this CRT low is probably the draw on liquidity. So this daily CRT so far playing out. The other one did not play out. The more recent one. But hey, they're all not gonna play out. That's just part of trading, and that's part of playing probabilities. Hey, how's it going? Good, Jill. How are you? Right now, market just opened. I was hoping for a little bit of a retracement, and I was gonna look for a short, but we did not get any retracement. Now, yeah, you can see we were just every single time we tried to run up against this, you can see this was high resistant liquidity, right? We came back after old lows, and we were generating this trend line. So I was honestly expecting this to break down the previous day's low, which is what happened. Now we're in this position where okay, we have to figure out what next, right? And I think we'll probably draw down to since this is a daily CRT, right? We'll probably draw down to the CRT low here. But as far as what that means for us, I'm not super sure because I don't know. We're kind of, pretty low now, right? I'm not gonna ever force anything though. So as always, I am just an observer of the market. I sit here and I observe and I just wait. And if there's opportunity, then so be it. Right. This is a good draw on liquidity though because it's the CRT low, so daily CRT low, and it's also low resistance lows. So if the market did want to come here, I wouldn't be surprised. Now, this could get interesting because we got low resistance lows here, And here, I mean, this is all like if we really wanted to, the market could start moving. If it really wanted to, it could start moving because we got all of these low resistance lows. Now, I don't know for sure. Maybe we'd get stopped at this gap. We probably would, but just a thought, right? So I don't know. Maybe we don't get anything. Maybe we do. I'm just gonna be patient. I'm not gonna force anything. How's the first resistance for value gap look today? First resistance for value gap was all the way up here. So I don't know. It's kind of a big first resistance for value gap. I don't know how helpful it's gonna be. Now, could this be the Judas swing before a move higher? It's possible. One thing that would tell us if that's the case is if we have some kind of higher time frame SMT. We actually have a pretty big SMT with this low. But it's kind of like iffy. Like it seems like more likely we might probably draw down to those lows. Like the market, it leaves this for later, and it's specifically right. If we think about this as a sell model, right, or if the model's forming, we're not gonna go run this low resistance liquidity up here until we come, to the other side of the curve, and then it becomes low resistance liquidity, right? You get what I'm saying? A lot of time, the market leaves the liquidity on the one side of the curve because it's coming back for it on the other side of the curve. So that's why I'm saying it's probably more likely we're going to draw down to this because we're leaving this liquidity for later. But once again, we could, it's always possible, like, this ends up holding here. You never know the future. So we did end up having a 15-minute gap here. So could you have maybe caught a trade off of this? Maybe. Right? 15-minute gap, 1 minute change instead delivery right at market open. Sure, you could have taken that. I'm not saying you can't, but personally, I probably would not take that. It was 5 minute probably as well, so 5 minute gap as well. Once again, I was thinking that it's very possible that we could have swept those highs, so I was super thoughtful. Then here as well, this is a nice 30-second change to delivery on this momentum candle. I think that could have been a good entry as well for a 5 minute 30-second short, right? It's also right at market open too. So yeah, this could have been the Judas swing. Very well could have been. You know what? We should pull back up stat map. Maybe this will end up being useful. We'll see. Right? We went to the daily statistical manipulation level. So could we actually just, end up reversing here? Maybe. I don't know. What do you guys think? Right? Kind of feels like that was a break of structure for value gap. A little bit. I mean, no, it wasn't a literal break of structure, but for me, I just looked for displacement. So you can see that was displacement. We held it. So, like I was saying, um, so the reason that it doesn't matter if we get break of structure is because a lot of time, um, when even when the 1 minute doesn't break structure, the 30 second you can see the 30 second did break structure. So part of why it doesn't matter. So you could take this. Once again, I probably would not take this on I don't know. I would not take this on a real account. I'd probably, yeah. You know what? Yeah, like if anything right now, it'd definitely be on demo because it's just like I don't trust anything right now. So it's looking like we kind of broke this high here. Did we sweep out old lows? Because that's something that would be important, right? If we did not sweep out old lows, see, we haven't, which makes me feel like we should still be drawing down to this this low. Yeah, I think the move is short. Random guy, I agree. We're obviously displacing to the downside. We have a 5 minute gap here. You know what? Yeah, 5 minute gap. 5 minute gap, random guy. Actually, maybe this is the first presented for value gap, random guy. Oh wait. First presented for value gap, 5 second change state delivery. Oh, got random guy. You might be onto something. The only thing is this? Do we dig far enough into the first presented for value gap for this to be a good trade? Honestly, maybe. We might have just needed to IOFED it. Yeah, look at that. 5 second change state. This is probably going to work, right? We got 1 minute first for value gap, 5 second change in state. I like this, random guy. Probably won't take it like that, though. I might just take it as an inverse for value gap. Delivering from the first presented for value gap. Or maybe I align like a 3 minute with a 15 second. Right. So this is going to be, that was a 1 minute change in state right there. So I mean, there's not really a 15-minute key level, but there was a 5 minute, 30 second. Yeah, you can see the 5 minute, 30 second one was right there. So yeah, could I have taken that? Yeah, but I like to just make sure I'm gonna make a good decision and not rush it. You know what I'm saying? Like the worst thing I can do is just make a decision in a split second and then have it be a mistake. So I'm not super upset. But yeah, like I was saying, right? 5 minute gap here. You could done 1 minute first presented for value gap, 5 second change state delivery, and that would have hit. Well, obviously you would not have stop loss there. You could have stop loss there. So nothing that I'm like in love with now. We already came all the way back down. Maybe if we come back up to the first descent for value gap again, and then we get another 5-second change in state of delivery. Honestly, I don't know. I kind of feel like today might just be like a 1R type of day. Like, I kind of feel like we should just go. I should maybe just go for a 1R. I don't know. I'm just feeling it today. But yeah, that we've rejected the first 7-5 gap. We got a 5-second change state delivery off of it. Guys, I knew that was gonna work too. Sometimes you're just kind of like, you know, you just want to be precautious, but objectively, these 5-second change state deliveries off the first presented for value gap are really good, and I really should not be so hesitant. Yeah, in the future, next time I see that, I'm gonna take it right away. That was a good trade. But it gains my conviction every time I see it, right? First presented for value gap, 5-second change to delivery. I can't look at gold right now though because I'm in the middle of live trading, but like this weekend or something. But I mean, we're getting bullish SMT. Once again, nothing obvious right now. So we're probably still drawing to that daily CRT low. That seems like a pretty high probability draw on liquidity at this point. We're so deep into the CRT that we should go there. That was a good trade, that first one. I would honestly love it if if we did end up coming back up, right? Let's say we sweep this high. I don't know how likely this is, but I'm not gonna get my hopes up. But I would love it if we did come back up into the first presented for value gap again. Removing my stop loss. Didn't we already hit previous day's low? I don't know. What I kind of want to see is us. I don't think this is necessarily going to happen, but if it did, I'd like it, right? I would like it a lot, where I don't think it's necessarily going to happen. I don't want to get my hopes up, but because most likely, right, we're not going to make it past this. Most likely we're going to just break a lower high and then lower low. Patience. If I don't see anything I like, I'm not going to take it. But once again, guys, that 5-second change day delivery, probably should have just taken it. That was a good trade. I'm just still gaining confidence with those kinds of trades, but you can see that hit the fourth standard deviation perfectly. And we also backtested OTE too. So this is my first strike model, and it's also the sniper model together. Whatever. once again, we'll just keep gaining conviction. It's fine. Definitely, you know, in the future when we see that, we're taking that. I'm not gonna be scared. I'm not gonna say okay. I'm not gonna be scared. I'm gonna say I've seen this before and I know what I'm doing. Then again, I hate taking losses. Nice. 5 watching. Yeah, exactly, Gary. Dude, you're so right. Because, like, obviously I don't want to take a loss, but I just have to sit here and say, okay, right? Is this, is this solid? Is this 5-second change of state of delivery off the first center for value gap solid? And, the answer is yes. The problem with these trades that are on the low time frame, there's no real problem with them other than the fact that I have to make a decision in how many seconds do I have to make a decision from when we get this close? I have to make a decision in like 40 seconds, right? And if you make a bad decision in 40 seconds, you're going to be super upset. But objectively, this was nice. 5-second change to delivery off the first center for value gap. You can see we also tap so I call that the first strike model, and then we also tap OTE of that as well. But yeah. Okay, so one thing I could definitely see is, what might be kind of cool is maybe we retest this again. But we also could sweep the high. I could see us ending up sweeping the high. I'm gonna on demo. Yeah, but it's also why it's all you have to realize that you have to understand the price conditions. If we are consolidating, lower time frame is gonna rule. I'm gonna put a limit order here on demo, just to see, to see if this ends up working out. When we retest this, I don't know if it will. Have no idea. But I just like to try stuff out. So I'm gonna put a limit order there on demo because if we retest that, maybe we will deliver even lower. So once again, if it says order filled, that's demo. Interesting idea, right? Because even though we did hit the 4th standard deviation already, we could keep going again further. Actually, I kind of like it. Is it bad that I kind of like it? It's so scary to take on real accounts though, but I think a lot of time what I'll notice is we go to the 4th standard deviation and then we go to the 7th. And that aligns with the CRT low. That's scary. I don't know. It's such a low time frame thing. And I also don't know, maybe we want to come up and sweep the high into the first center for value gap. Right? I can't get myself to take that. But what I will do is my real accounts. What I will do is, I mean, this is a fair value gap right here. It's a premium fair value gap. So what I will definitely consider is, you know, if we get a 5-second change of state of delivery, and it's really obvious. So 1 minute premium for value gap. Let's see if there's S&T. Oh, we're getting S&T. So if we did get the 5-second change state delivery down there, then we'd probably deliver lower. I'll try it on demo. Once again, kind of scared to try it on real account. Okay, I'll try it on demo. I said 6 cons. Okay, I'm trying this on demo. I'm gonna take profit at the CRT low. 23,596. Because we had 1 minute premium for value gap, S&T, 5-second change of state. But once again, I'm not. This is demo. I'm not taking anything real unless. I would prefer it to be a real trade. I want to see us probably come back and sweep this high into the first center for value gap. Or, I don't know. I just need something more obvious for it to be real. For it to be real, it needs to be like really, really, really obvious. Okay, I'm gonna go break even on demo, because now I don't think we should return. Or I guess I'll just wait. I'm not gonna go break even on demo. I guess it doesn't really matter, huh? It's demo. Probably should have gone break even on demo though, because at that point, yeah, I should have gone break even at that point on demo. All right, lesson learned. I should have gone break even there on demo. But hey, we could actually get another chance to go break even. We'll see on demo. Okay, if we break the low again, then I guess we'll do break even on demo for real. Okay. We'll just wait till we break the low, and then we'll go break even on demo. If we can break the low, we'll see. Definitely not what I wanted to see for this demo trade. I'm not going to lie, guys. For this demo trade, I really wanted to... The whole point of entering on the close was that we were going to deliver lower right away, and that did not happen. But once again, guys, it's all probabilities. So, you know, if it didn't work out, it's fine. Now I'm just going to... like, once again, it's also demo. Okay, at this point, I think you got to close the demo trade. I'm not going to lie, because this is not what you want to see at all.
Order filled.
So I did just close that demo trade because that's just not what I wanted to see. And yeah, once again, with this 5-second change to delivery, I was really anticipating us to continue right away. And yeah, that's why I'm so hesitant with my real accounts, because if it's something dumb like this, I would be so upset if this was my real accounts. I'd be so upset. I like best book for psychology development. Book. That's a good question. That's a good question. I can't lie. I don't know if I like have any off the top of my head. Feel like you just kind of have to it's just something you practice like any skill. But yeah, like I was saying though, once again, if this was going to work, which it could have, it very well could have worked, right? I'm not saying it couldn't have, right? Because we had that for value gap placed in premium, got 5-second change day delivery. If it was gonna work, once we broke this low, it should have gone, right? Once we broke this low a second time, it should have gone, and so I should have gone break even once we broke that low a second time, because if it was going to go, it should have gone right here. And you can see it didn't. And so that was a good lesson learned on demo, is you got to remember that if it doesn't actually start moving and it's, you know, obviously breaking an old low, then that's a red flag. We might get a trade by a lower time frame, so I'm going to go to sleep. Good night, man. Sounds good. Sounds good, random guy. Once again, like, the one thing I would love is now seeing this whole entire thing be accumulation, and then sweeping this high into the first percent for value gap, and then 5-second change in state. And I probably would take that on my real accounts. Because it'd be very... Well, it just kind of depends. It depends a lot on the signature that we get. If it's got SMT, if it's got good signature, if it has SMT, you know, it kind of depends on all the other things as well. But yeah, anyway, I mean, if you zoom out, right, this is a 5-minute gap as well. Do you think we should have opened a sell as soon as price touched the first percent for value gap, because that for value gap was meant to stay open, I guess? Yes, I think so. Not as soon as we touched it, but what we should have done. I actually don't really regret it, because I was just being precautious. I don't think it's bad to be precautious, but what in the future, right? If I see this, that's a great idea. But what I would do is, instead of that, I would recommend. I recommend doing this. Watch this. First presented for value gap, sweep of liquidity, and then, so what? This is flow state, but on the 5-second, right? then 5-second change to delivery right here. And you can see that that ends up going to all take profits. If I measure out our standard deviation tool, you can see we go to the fourth standard deviation perfectly. So I think this was a very nice trade. But as always, I wanted to be precautious. Should have at least taken this on demo. And do I regret taking this other one on demo? No, I don't regret taking that one on demo. I think that was worth a try, but it did not work. Now we're coming up to retest this same change to delivery. I'm either wondering, A, maybe this original sell model holds, or B, we sweep the high into the first limit for value gap, and then we maybe make a new sell model. It's a possibility. But you see this trade here, right? Liquidity sweep into the first limit for value gap, 5-second change to delivery, down to the fourth standard deviation. Okay, so it did actually work out so far. I actually think it might not. I'm not gonna lie. Now that I'm looking at it, I think this is probably a sweep to continue higher. But yeah, looking at this on the 1 minute chart, dude, I don't know what these other guys are doing that are just taking the 1 minute inverse value gaps. There is not any opportunity with that kind of stuff. I'm not gonna lie. So once again, I'm kind of looking at this first limit for value gap, and I want to see us sweep this high, get 5-second change in state, because that would be accumulation, manipulation, distribution. Now, what's your win rate? It's all over the place. My real win rate, it's still a work in progress. Like I was trying to explain to you guys, like I'm still getting better. Like I lose all the time, but I also do some, like, you know, I do sometimes get good trades too. So, like I was saying, Jill, like, I'm still getting better though. I hope that makes sense. Like, I'm still getting better. I take bad trades, but I'm also very, very close to, you know, like I'm funded. I've gotten payouts, but I've also, like, you know, I also take bad trades. You get what I'm trying to say, right? I'm just trying to keep you realistic, I guess. And understand that I'm just trying to get better too. I'm just a student in the markets, just like everyone else is. But genuinely, don't copy me. Like, the whole point of these streams is to help you guys learn so you can make your own informed decisions, and not copy me. Okay, I think this gap, I want to see this gap hold. I'm not gonna lie, this is a nice looking gap here. I want to see this gap hold. Let's see if we have S&T. Next macro is, we have the Hydra macro coming up in 10 minutes. So that's something we could take a look at. Hydra macro. Maybe we'll get that move lower during then. What are you guys thinking? Let me know what you guys are thinking. Guys, as I always say, I'm just trying to get better with you guys, so I make bad decisions, or I take bad trades, and, you know, I just learn and try and get better. 5 watching, let's go. So let's show my other screen. Yeah, it's been dude, it's been hard price action. It's definitely been hard. Right now, S&P, look at this divergence with S&P. So odd. Look at how S&P is like literally all the way above all these highs and Nasdaq's all the way down here. And then YM's all the way up here. What is YM doing? What the heck? So maybe you could say this is a 15-minute gap here. Maybe 5-minute gap. Once again, like I would really prefer to sweep this high 5-minute on the 5-minute. Like if we're at least gonna, I would at least prefer to sweep this high. You think it's just? I'm not sure. I think it's just consolidation until tomorrow's news. Uh, yeah, that's what I think too. But I'm saying like within consolidation, we could end up getting a low time frame scalp, but I'm agreeing with you that it's probably going to be slower, right? I still stay on the charts, regardless. I mean, we could have got that. We could have got that 4-1 right there. That would have been beautiful. Almost had it. Um. Oh yeah. Well. Man, we got all of our time levels all the way up here. So maybe we have to come. Maybe we got to come all the way up there. Maybe we'll inverse the first ascendant for value gap. Like I was saying, I'm not sure. Might not take a trade. I might not take a trade today. I don't know. It's kind of just depending on what happens. Okay, look at this. Look at this. We reject. Right, we sweep liquidity here. We reject this fair value gap here. So we could end up going to the low. We could end up going to the low of this dealing range. Do you guys see what I'm saying? Because we got a sweep of liquidity. Well, originally we swept liquidity here. But then we got another sweep. Then we have this fair value gap. We could end up going to the low of the dealing range. Because now we're in this breaker partition. And what is that, right? That's a breaker. You see that? The breaker partition. We're within the breaker partition and there's a breaker there. So one thing we could do is actually turn this onto a 5-minute chart and look at this 5-minute breaker right here. 5-minute breaker. And yeah, it looks like we just got that 30-second change of state. Maybe you should have opened to buy instead of sell. What? I didn't open any. I only took one trade and it was a demo trade, and that was just to try it out, and it didn't work. Considering trying this on demo, right, where we had a 5-minute breaker here, 5-minute breaker, and now we could end up getting 30-second change in state here if we retest this. Actually, I almost want to take this on real. But I don't want to take a bad trade, so I'd probably just take this on demo. It doesn't seem good enough to take for real. So I hate losses. Okay, one possibility is you could just take this as an inversion. Nah, I'm thinking we're bearish, but I'm just not sure how to go about this. Once again, this 30-second change of state also would have worked. Let's try this on demo, right? Let's try this on demo, where let's put a limit order here at the 30-second change of state for 5 on demo. Because I think it's important to take these to gain conviction, right? So we'll see if that hits. Once again, breaker. Oh, was there SMT there? Oh, that's an interesting idea. There was SMT. Oh, there was SMT here. Ooh, there's SMT here. So this right here, do you guys see this? This tiny little rejection block? This tiny little rejection block was a Phoenix model. Do you guys see that? You see how that 1 minute rejection block ended up being a Phoenix model? Where you enter on the rejection block. You can even enter at the midpoint of the rejection block. Kind of want to take this. Once again, 5-minute breaker. It's also a 5-minute for VI gap. And then 30-second change of state delivery. With SMT. I'm actually considering taking this.
Order filled.
That was on demo. That was demo. That was on demo. Is this worth taking, guys? Oh, yeah, I'd love to trade London. I think that'd be fun. I think this is a decent opportunity. I'm just a little, you know. Let's just try it. Let's just try it. So, if we soup that high, I'm going to enter. Oh, I'm not logged in. So this would be 5 cons. Let's just try it.
Order filled.
Okay. And I'm taking on top step 2. So I'll go break even at that low. And then hopefully this is not a mistake, but we'll see. I'll do half off here. I'll do half off here and then the other half off here. Actually, I'll do. How many cons did I buy? 5. So I'll do 2, 2, and 1. I'm actually really nervous. Okay, I'm gonna go break even. So I moved break even spot right here. I'm gonna take. Yeah, I'm gonna take 1 off here, just in case. No, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Let's just see what happens. Okay, I'm gonna take 1 off here just to make sure I get filled. Actually, it's gonna hit it, I think. Okay.
Order filled.
So I got 1 order filled. Target here for the other 2. And then I'm gonna leave 1 runner. I think I might. I kind of want to take one more off. Let's go ahead and take one more off. I want to make sure I preserve gains. Yeah.
Order
One more
filled.
off. So I'm gonna go. Actually, I'm gonna just go all out at this low here. So the only two left are gonna be at this low.
Order filled. Order filled.
Let's go. Let's go. W. W's in the chat. And if anyone's here, W's in the chat. W's. Anyone here? Okay, I'm out on Top Step 2. Let's go. Top Step I just barely got out. Top Step I just got out. Woo! W's in the chat, boys. This thing, I guess I accidentally entered a sell position right there. Whoops. Woo! So basically, that 2-1, 2-1 on average. Let's go. All right, I'm gonna get some water. Man, I was kind of nervous. I was kind of nervous for that, but that worked out. Let's go. All right. I'm gonna close out trade of 8. That's enough. That's enough for today. But I did kind of think we were gonna keep going lower. You guys saw me say that, right? I said I think we're gonna keep going lower to the CRT low, and look at that. We're on our way. We are very much on our way. Whew. All right, I'm gonna go on a 2-minute walk because that's my rules. 2-minute walk after my trades, and yeah, let's go. Okay, closing out of this. Oh, I was in on demo. I forgot I was in on
Order
demo.
filled.
We took this on demo. We forgot. we had a 3.5 to 1 on demo. I didn't even know. Forgot about that. All right, let's go on a walk here. That's awesome, man. 2-minute walk. back. I'm kind of confused because on Top Step, I think I messed it up again on Top Step. Because I was only up 600 on Top Step, and I was supposed to be risking 800, and I hit a 3-1. I don't know why I wasn't up more on Top Step. So I was supposed to be risking 800. I hit 3-1, but I was only up 600. But I thought I bought 4 contracts. So I'm still getting better with Top Step. 20 push-ups. Let's do it. Alright, but what I was saying is I'm still getting better with the risk on these Top Step accounts because I'm so confused. I thought I did 4 contracts. Let's see what it specifically said. I'm going to look at it real quick. It says... Yeah, I sold 4 and I bought 4. But I was only up, so I must have to multiply it by the amount of contracts then. Cuz how was I only up? I don't know if you guys are getting what I'm saying, but I hit this 3R. Thanks, Hyper. Thank you, man. I hit this. I didn't take any partials on the Top Step. I hit this as a 3R on Top Step. I just took this to 3R. I'm just so confused because that would, if I risked 800, then I should have been up 2,400, right? So I was only up 600, which means that guys, I had to multiply it by 4. So I had to multiply it by... Yeah, I had to... Dang it. So what I had to do is since I wanted to do 4x risk, and then I have 4 accounts now on evals on Top Step, I had to do 4 times the number of cons. So 4 times 4. So I think I had to do 16, and I only did 4. Guys, am I just dumb? Like, this is the second time in a row. I've messed up the Top Step accounts, the evals. Whatever. It's a learning process, guys. One day at a time. But guys, this was a banger trade. I mean, you can see that we definitely hit 4R. The fourth standard deviation definitely got hit. You can see that perfectly got hit right there. So it's kind of cool, right? So once again, I was scared, I was nervous, but sometimes you just have to take a leap of faith and, take your trade. Just take it because, you know what? That's what trading is all about. Trading is all about taking risks. And, well, I just didn't know. I thought that I didn't think that I had to multiply it by the number of accounts I had. I thought that the leader would automatically copy that. So I didn't think that I had to do 4 times 4 because I thought it would just be like, oh, the leader would just copy it all to the other accounts. But maybe I do have to do 4 times 4. I should do some experiments. I'm going to do an experiment later and figure it out. Or maybe I'll just wait for the next trade, I guess. Either way, it works out. So anyway, let's look at this, guys. This is crazy. We are 51.7. So, I mean, still a ways from my next payout, but that's you know, we're closing in. That's about 900 away from my next payout. But you know what? We're just gonna keep moving forward. And very, very good trade here. As well, we almost caught that move as well. So, yeah. I mean, I was so close to taking that. You guys saw me almost take that, right? But yeah, 5 minute breaker. Check my journal. I took the same trade. Market maker sell model retest of the chain stay delivery 1 to 4R. No way, hyper. Let's go. I love that. And also, guys, in case you guys want to know more about the Goldbach levels, the secret Goldbach levels, right? For all the people who saying they don't work, okay? For all the people who saying they don't work, how come the breaker that we used for our PD array formed within the breaker partition, and we took our cell model out of the breaker partition? How come that happened, right? How come there was a 5 minute breaker perfectly in the breaker partition, and then we got a 30-second cell model out of it, and then we went down to that low? Guys, stop hating on it if it's working. Stop hating on it if it's working, right? I'm gonna do what I want to do. So anyway, yeah, check your journal. Let's go ahead and check your journal. We are so back. We are so back. Let's go. Man, I went break even way earlier than you. I was scared. This is probably smart. You probably took the trade better than me, if I'm being completely honest. Like, you took it more realistically. You said this is break even. That's too soon to go break even, which is totally right. But one day at a time, guys. We're just gonna keep getting better. Dang it. I can't believe I messed up the Top Step accounts. I had to do 16 cons instead of 4. I think that's what I messed up. I could be wrong. But I'm definitely a little, cheesed about that, because that's the second time in a row, and I've gotten 2 winning trades on these accounts now, so. So maybe, yeah, I'm not exactly sure. I'll figure it out over time. It's not that big a deal. It's like, it's a learning process. So I guess next time, since 4 contracts obviously only made $600 on Top Step, so obviously I had to do 16 contracts. So lesson learned. I had to multiply it by 4, clearly. But yeah, pretty sweet. Let's go ahead and look at I want to see, so when I took this trade, is it going to tell me how much money I made? Like on the Top Step account? Does it say? Okay, 591. So yeah, if I hit a 3R and I only made 591, that means that I definitely only bought 1 contract, or 1 contract per account, not 4. So I had to multiply it by 4. Okay, lesson learned for next time. I got to multiply it by the amount I want to risk, and then also by the amount of accounts I have. No, that's okay, Kirk. Don't feel bad about only taking 1R. You can't feel bad about it. You can't feel bad about that. That's a win. That's a win. That's a win, Kirk. You gotta feel good about that. Proud of you, man. Like, very well could have possibly hit 1R and then, break even to me out. And you would have been up, and then you would be the one that's like, I made money today and you didn't, right? Or I would have taken profit. I think I took profit at, I took profit like 1.5, I think. But yeah, nah, you gotta be proud of yourself. 1 hour is a win. 1 hour is a win. But yeah, I love this. It was a 5 minute breaker, and it was also a 5 minute fair value gap, overlapping with each other. Right, it was in premium of this displacement, and the first presented fair value gap was like top ticked going into it, and we got SMT within that first presented fair value gap. So, just very clear that this was a sell model. Right? Very clear. Very nice trade. Yeah. Man, could you imagine if I was still holding? See, this is the thing that bugs me is like, I know that one day we're going to be able to even, keep trades going. Eventually, once we get really good, we're going to be able to keep trades. Like, if I wanted to target further down, if I wanted to target the CRT low, like, once you get really good, you can target the CRT low, and then bang, right? I mean, dude, this is good. I don't know what you guys are all talking about, but this is good price action for me. I'm not going to lie. This is fantastic price action. I mean, 8R, this would have hit 8R. Perfectly from the change of state delivery to go. Now we're almost at 7R. I mean, I don't know what everyone else is talking about. I think everyone else just might have, skill issue. I don't know. Nah, but, yeah. I mean, I think a lot of it has to come down to, like, a lot of people just pattern trade IPGs. And, that was one of the things that always bugged me is, like, market is not gonna respect you trying to pattern trade because it's so much more dynamic than a simple pattern trade. It's a whole entire model that gets framed to go target specific liquidity. Inferno, you're still holding? Oh, dude, trail your stop, bro. Trail your stop. At least trail your stop, man. Please, at least trail your stop right now. Preserve the profits, dude. Trail your stop. Take a partial right now, please. No. Oh my gosh, bro. Oh no. Hyper, I don't know, man. I feel like we're becoming pretty good market makers. I mean, this is a pretty good trade. Like right to the fourth standard deviation. It's a market maker model. We're getting better. That's all I have to say. But you guys see how this top tick was freaking what's it called? Phoenix model because we had a rejection block with S&T. This top was the rejection block right here. This 1 minute rejection block with S&T was a Phoenix model. Man, today's market recap's gonna be fun. And if you took it as a Phoenix mini, then it would be 16-1. Phoenix mini would be 16-1. Right? That's crazy. No partial. You didn't take any partials, bro. Inferno. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. I do think that is sick, but also be careful because if you go into that mindset like forever into the future, you're gonna. I mean, you're gonna give all your gains back to the market. So just I think you gotta be. I'm super proud of you, bro. But just be careful because the market will eat you alive. It will, and you gotta really be careful with it. But man, you're a beast. But yeah, man, Phoenix Mini today would have slapped. Could you imagine? Powell trades probably banked on this if I had to guess. Powell trades probably banked. That was actually right perfectly in the Hydra macro, which is kind of cool. The 1020 to 1040 macro. You guys know what I'm talking about? You see, oh my gosh, I didn't even realize how perfect this was, but look at how perfectly this trade fits within the Hydra macro. That was beautiful. I'm gonna go ahead and screenshot it exactly how I took it. Right, I went break even here, TP1 here, TP2 was within here, and then like TP3 was at the end of the consolidation. So let's go ahead and screenshot this. Let's make sure that that was right. Yeah, final take profit was at 652. So right here. Pretty cool. Can't lie, that's pretty cool. So final TP was around 2.65. So I went break even, TP1, 2. So I'm gonna post this on Twitter right now because, and I'm gonna close out my accounts because I'm gonna be done for the day. This was a huge day for me, so I'm gonna be done for the day. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and screenshot this. This was a clean trade. I can't even can't lie, dude. This was really nice. CISD and daily? Really? That's crazy. Okay, let's go ahead and screenshot this. Oh, really? I didn't honestly. I had no idea other people were taking this trade. To be honest, I honestly don't see other people take trades that I take. I don't know. I feel like my trades are usually different. But yeah, that was clean. I think that went down to the second standard deviation. Anyway. Okay, I'm gonna screenshot this, post on Twitter, my trade today. Oh, I gotta put the liquidity sweep in there. Almost forgot about that. He took IFG sell. Who did? Who took IFG sell? Okay. Oh, dodgy. Yeah, that's all he does is IPGs. So, yeah. I mean, there was an inverse value gap. I mean, I just see the market at a deeper lens than just inverse value gaps. I mean, no hate to dodgy. I think inverse value gaps are really nice, but I think the market's inverse value gaps are just one piece of the market, and I don't know why he's not looking at, you know, more like the whole. Why doesn't he use pieces of the whole picture? I don't know. I wanted to save this under today. Okay. 819 8-19-25 Tuesday. And yeah, there we go. This is my live trade. This was at 10:21. Flow state retest. 5 minute, 30-second. Live. Oh, and I want to screenshot the execution as well. Let's go ahead and reopen Apex so I can do that. There's another IFG sell at 9:44 with TP that would have hit 1R. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Love it. Love to hear it, Inferno. What trade you took? This, bro. This is what I took right here. It's exactly what I took. Here's the trade. Bang. Let's re-screenshot that. I screenshotted that bad. Okay. Ten 21 flow state retest 5 minute 30-second execution. Alright. Man, imagine if I was still holding. What was? I don't know what you just asked, Haney. Yeah. What was my conviction? Look at it, dude. Market maker sell model. We swept liquidity with SMT. We had a 5 minute breaker. We also top ticked the first presented for value gap. We're within the Hydra macro. So 5 minute breaker aligns with the 30-second. And so 5 minute breaker, 30-second change state delivery. No way. Inferno, you're crazy. So what is this? Accumulation, right? Accumulation. You would be a nervous wreck. Journal your emotions. Wait, what, Kirk? What are you talking about? Are you talking to me, Kirk? I don't know who you're talking to, but anyway. Accumulation, right? Haney, this is what happened. Accumulation, manipulation with SMT, changes to delivery, bang, to the fourth standard deviation. Really just that simple, right? Just 5-minute breaker, 30-second change state delivery. Oh, imagine if I held. No, I would. I don't do trades like I don't do stuff like that for real. Like I say that like as a joke, but like I'm not doing that for real. Well, I'm trying to think of like I'm not doing that for real right now. If I get really like way to the point where I'm like I've gotten way better, then 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 maybe like down the road, but not now. Not now. Still working on getting better. So, bro, we're both. It's everyone's on their own personal trading journey. So, one step at a time. So let's go ahead and. Yeah, accumulation, manipulation, distribution. Like this is very about as textbook as you can get, Annie. So let's go and put this on Twitter, guys. Please follow me on Twitter, please. I want more followers, and no one likes my posts. Well, I think Haney likes my posts, and Dean likes my posts, and Hyper likes my posts. You took longs. There were longs for 1 to 12? What? Nice, Hanny, nice. How much you risking on average for 50k Apex count per trade? On eval, it kind of just depends what you want to do. On eval, I don't know. I was kind of risking 800 per trade. I don't know if that's too much, but on funded, once I get funded, I'm doing 200. On Top Step, I've been trying to do the same thing, 800 per trade on eval, but I guess it keeps I keep doing the math wrong, so I haven't been doing 800 per trade. But I don't know, 600 per trade is good, 400 per trade is good, 800 is definitely aggressive on eval, but I don't know. I kind of just like to burn through evals, so. Price is at 727.25 in New Week opening gap. No way, really? Very interesting. Okay, I'm gonna post this on Twitter. Man, this is a good day. So 101 today. 10:21. Flow state. Retest. Yep, there was longs. Really? There was longs? That's so crazy. I'm gonna have to review your trade and learn from it. Oh dang, there's 90 watching. Let's go. Alright, 101 today. 10:21. Yeah, I was at 10:21 flow state retest. And what are all my confluences? Obvious AMD, right? That was a big one. So, obvious AMD, SMT at the highs. Liquidity sweep, delivery from Phoenix model, right? Which is 1 minute rejection block with SMT. What else? Tapped first presented for Vigap. What else? Oh, Hydra macro. Retraced to premium of the displacement. Oh no, TGR lost 22. Dang. So yeah. Final. Okay, here we go. Let's post this one. Once again, I have been posting losses too. If I ever don't post something, whether it's a win or a loss, it's literally just because I got busy that day. But I'm trying to be super consistent with it, not trying to cherry pick wins or losses. I'm just posting literally. Like if I ever forget to post, it's literally because I was so busy I couldn't. But I'm trying to post every single day, whether it's win or loss. Just being totally transparent. Can you backtest today's London kill zone, please? I want to know your opinion. Yeah, I'll backtest it later tonight, and then maybe I could talk about it in the market recap if you want, Inferno. I would do it now, but I don't know. Kind of just chilling. I didn't take that trade, but happy Jake, happy for you. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, like I said, don't copy me, guys. You gotta use what I'm teaching you to make your own decision. If it happens to be the same exact trade I take, that's great, right? That is totally cool, right? That means you chose that trade because of your conviction, and there's no one to blame but yourself, right? But guys, do not copy me. Do not copy me. If you copy me, you're not understanding anything, right? You got to take trades based off of your own knowledge, your own conviction, and that's honestly such a more fun way to do it anyways. Like why would you want to not do it any other way? You want to be able to be independent, do it on your own? You don't have to buy signals from people. Like, be so much better to do it that way anyways. So I recommend just watch the market recaps every single day because I'm making them for you for free, and then we can just keep learning together, right? These market recaps, I show all kinds of trades you can take, so that's what I recommend. I guess I can look at London real quick. We can take a look at London real quick. TGR is gonna have to sell the Koenigsegg. I'm just kidding. Hopefully not. That would suck. You want me to look at London? Okay. Yeah, let's look. I have 4 minutes left. Let's go ahead and look at London. So London was from 2 until 5, right? And the key with London is we had. Can you check someone's X? Who do you want me to check? Okay, like I was saying, London. So we sweep out PM's lows. That's the first thing I'm seeing, right? Once again, I prefer to backtest it like when I have more time. Because I only have 3 minutes right now. So I don't know if that's enough time. Yeah, I might just talk about London in the market recap, Inferno, to be honest. Oh, ICT student SR? Okay, let's look at him. ICT student _ SR. Was it this? I don't know what I'm looking at. Was this today? Was this on ES or was it on NAS? It was on NAS. I'm trying to figure out when this was. 9:45. Okay. Update the page. Oh, refresh it. Yeah, this one. You want me to just figure out how he caught it? He must have been on the lower time frame. I'm not seeing this. It doesn't look the same as my chart. You see how his chart looks different than my chart? Well, anyway, I can't look at it right now. I gotta go. I mean, I don't have to go, but I'm just probably gonna chill out now because it's 11:10 and it's the end of the my live trading window. But guys, good past 2 days. Definitely good past 2 days. Let's just keep trying our best. Keep trying our best. And Inferno, I'll try and go over London's session and the market recap. And if you want to, suggest anything else, just put it in the Discord, and then I can look at it and talk about it in the market recap. So, all right.